talked about that in the Miseducation of the Negro back in the 1930s. All right, opinion. Oh, all right, opinion. What someone happens to think or believe about something. This is oftentimes our position when it comes to various things that we call religions. And let me say something. In the ancient world, even in the Bible, they didn't have a religion. They didn't have a religion. You know, Jesus, who is called the Christ, because we think Jesus named Christ like my name, Josef Ben Levi. You understand? Not so. We think that this individual called Jesus, which by the way, the J didn't come into existence in the 17th century, so he possibly couldn't have been called Jesus. Like I tell my students all the time, if this man, if he ever existed, were to be walking down the streets and you would name Jesus, hey Jesus! He wouldn't know who you was talking to. Because that was not his name. And let me hit you here like this. If we look at, you see, because that's one of those Hebrew words, Aramaic words that they put into English, that if read in context may not mean an individual anyway. But what we've been given to him, we've been given to us, and we've even been given a picture of what he looked like. I was telling Brother Quadro on the way over here one day, I was at home and my daughter, we got a bell rang at our house we had at the time, and my daughter comes to me, she called me Abba, she said, Abba, it's the Jehovah's Witnesses. And so I was feeling it that day. So I said, baby, let them in, offer them a little something to drink or something. And of course they came in, you know, they ran these spiels and everything, and we'll talk about them because that has a lot to do with the whole notion of millennialism. Everybody's waiting for 2012 to show up, but you know, the world is going to come to an end. They thought that in the year 1999. They thought about that again in 999, before 1000 showed up. And so, and I can never forget telling a lot of Christians at the time, in 1999, they said the world was going to come to an end, Jesus was going to return again in 2000. I told them, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Now, I'm going to take you back in history and show you some things about when people thought that that event was going to occur. It is called in Greek the parousia, which literally means arrival. It's been translated to mean the second coming, and I didn't come into existence in this country, where it is, mind you, this whole idea is unique to the United States of America. Nobody else is into that program. That the millennium is going to occur, this new world is going to happen, and somebody's going to fall down out the sky one day, and everything is going to be copacetic. That happened here among a man by the name of Roger Williams. You should look him up, the Millerites. What happened is that in the year 1884, you know, just kind of going here, all right? Just let me roll, all right? All right. In the year about 1834, he had predicted that Jesus would return then. This was called in a lot of people's churches, especially among the apostolics and the Pentecostals, dispensationalism. Because he, Roger Miller, broke up history into these 7 dispensations. A lot of people follow that in predicting that when the world is going to come to an end. Well, he told them people that the world is going to come to an end. They decided to wait up on a rock, sold all their stuff. Waiting on that rock for Jesus to show up, and guess what? He didn't show up. Nothing happened. So he said, I must have miscalculated. So he went back and he recalculated again and said, okay, in 1844 it's going to happen. And so then in 1844, when they went and it didn't happen again, that's what they call the Great Schism in America. The Great Schism led to 2 key organizations in the United States. One of them is called the Jehovah's Witnesses, the other is called the Seventh-day Adventists. And they're real careful about making predictions. Wow. All right. Now, all of my little story about the Jehovah's Witnesses showing up at my house. So when we get all this, they show me little books like they do. And I'm like, you know, all these books got white people in them. Do y'all believe all the biblical characters are white people? Well, you know what this is for? To know that's YOLO. Not our YOLO. I told him, if you believe that that man is white, then you believe that the Son of God is white, and therefore God is white. You can't even conceive in your mind to worship a God that looked like you. Man, we messed up. And so we went into some other things, and I went into some other biblical stuff with them. And ultimately they said, well, you know, we had some other houses to go to. We want to thank you very much, you know, and so on and so on. And that was cool, and they put me on the do not disturb list. Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. So, Dogma, all right? The Greek word dogma means a command or decree, a doctrine which forces itself upon us. That's what a dogma is, all right? A truth revealed and defined as such by the church. That's important to know. The dogma is invented by the church. A truth which the faith of the church is obliged to accept. Because what the church forces you to do is you either take this or you don't. You know, I like to give an example of many people I know who are reverend doctors. All right? Let me tell you something about when you go to theological school, how this works. You have two tracks that you can go on. You can go on the Doctorate of Divinity track or the PhD track. Most of our people go with the Doctorate of Divinity. Why? Because in the Doctorate of Divinity track, you don't have to study Greek, Hebrew, wisdom text, and hard work. So, you know, you go study preaching, pastoralism, like, you know, how to minister to people in the church or their needs. It's kind of a degree in sociology and psychology. And when you come out, you know, of course, everybody has to take a course in church history now. But the church history that you're going to study is the history of the church that your university or college or division of the college, because again, a university is made up of many colleges, all right, that is the foundation upon which that college was based. For example, the University of Chicago in Chicago, Illinois, was developed by the United Church of Christ. So at their divinity school, the Chicago Theological Seminary, which is one of the oldest seminaries in the United States, if not the oldest, you're going to learn United Church of Christ material. Reverend Jeremiah Wright went there. All right, you have Princeton and Yale and Harvard and all these places, they are under some Christian denomination. You know, for a long time in this country, even when I'm black, Bishop Henry Neil Turner and some of these other people, Alexander Cromwell, and many of them, they all were theologians. And check it out, even with some of them, when you went to school, you learned Greek, you learned Hebrew, Chaldaic, and all that stuff. You don't even do that today. Our people be running from that. Because guess what? You know, they're about working for some organization. That's their job. And even if they know certain things like what I'm sharing with you all today, they are not going to say it up there in church in their 20 minutes they give you on Sunday when they preach. From a verse, usually taken completely out of context. You know, like I like to tell people all the time, look, African Americans and people of African descent cannot be Gentiles. You might say, well, Brother Ben Levi, how can you say that? When Paul went and spoke to the Gentiles, he tell you who he went and spoke to. He spoke to the Ephesians. Where is Ephesus? He spoke to the Colossians. Where is Colossus? He spoke to the people of Philippi. Where is that? It's in Asia Minor, among the Gentiles. He wasn't talking to us. He was talking to them about their problem. Man, this man didn't even know who this individual Jesus was. Never met him. It wasn't his program anyway. That's why they pushed Paul so heavily. Because Paul talked about Christ. The very foundation of Christianity rests upon, if you believe, what they call a conditional statement in logic. If you believe, then you shall be saved. If you believe that this individual was resurrected, then you shall be saved. Let me tell you something. In that world, in ancient Palestine, the notion that a man could be God was blasphemous. Even more crazy, as Tertullian said, and you know Tertullian, he's one of the great things, because I like to call Tertullian the black person that the Europeans got to defend their position. You know, we always got to find a black, whites always find a black person to defend their spot, like that Steele guy for the Republicans and some of these other fools that are out here running around. Okay? All right? That's what Tertullian was. But then one day he woke up. He needed to read his words. Right? But Tertullian said, we have to believe it because it's absurd. That's Tertullian, one of the fathers of the church, said that. He said, you have to believe it. We believe it because it's absurd. Then you need to read the work of Celsus on the true doctrine. Well, we'll get in all that. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Because, you know, I came here, got me some of that good food. It's like putting a quarter in my slot at the slot machine. Now I'm really ready, bro.